Nice to join you for this AI conference, AI in the Arts. And my name is Robert Michael Smith. I've been a sculptor for over 50 years, a working artist for much longer than that. And my reputation is based since the last 35 years in being at the forefront of every new digital advanced technology for the design and production of sculpture and presentation. And I taught that for decades at many of the top art schools in the world, art academies in China. And I've already lectured at a couple of other arts and AI conferences like this in the past year or so. I also produced a virtual sculpture animation that was originally it was all AI until I decided that aesthetically it it was nice eye candy, but it wasn't enough real content that reflected who I was in my work. So we went back and used not certainly not analog technologies. They were just other digital technologies that have been around for at least the last few decades, and also have improved greatly in the last few years. But it was a combination of working with AI that also revealed to me the limitations of AI. It seems that most proponents of AI want to overhype what AI is. My position might be a little controversial because my position is that AI doesn't in fact exist, not yet. Not what real artificial intelligence which would be a sentient, free thinking system. It's interesting that we keep talking about this thing that we believe we're going to create, but we haven't actually created. So, what is AI? As it currently is, it's an incredibly good, very fast generative database system. It's clear to me that the problem or the limitations of AI is that it simply is trying to give back the commands that are given to it with the data that it's given. So when they talk about hallucinations, it's another one of those misuse of words. AI doesn't hallucinate because it doesn't have a consciousness. It's we're we're too anthropomorphic, like cartoon characters. We give them all of these human traits that don't exist. What's actually happening is a very powerful database is taking all the data that it has and it's generating new concepts or logical progressions out of all of that. And then it's also taking commands that we want it to do certain things. So it's trying to do everything that it possibly can. And at a certain point, if we don't stop it, it will just start putting things together that maybe through some kind of machine logic would make sense of permutations on the idea. Not that it believes in it, again, because it's not sentient. It can't believe in anything. It's just simply generating more and more content. And it doesn't have ethical concerns like we do, that it needs to be truthful. The fact that artists now think that somehow this thing is going to start stealing our role as creative forces is really one of those overreaches, to the point of like, why would you be that paranoid? That kind of paranoid isn't going to help anybody do anything. It's just simply going to put you in a spiral of depression. This is why we need to be optimistic about this, in that the creativity that we bring to the table is the final essential tool that is human. And this is why the human remains in control of this whole system. So we need to take more responsibility and realize that it's our choices now that make the distinction between who we are, what we are going to be, and what we are going to create with these incredibly wonderful new tools. And is there a reason to be afraid? Like anything, any technology can be abused, and it can be abused very badly. But we already have thousands, tens of thousands of years of that reality. And I've always operated on the notion, I'm not necessarily a religious man, but I certainly did study the Bible when I was young. And turning swords into plowshares has always been a mantra that I adhere to, I think about, and I understand that these potential weapons are much more useful and beneficial to humanity and to our creativity if we turn them all into plowshares. Thanks for your time today.